That way it comes in a little better than that bright color that came in. It's a better shadowing technique. And that's what burn and dodge are, a shadowing technique. So if you're into drawing and you want to add shadow to your drawing in Photoshop, burn and dodge is the way to go. So the pen tool, I'm not really going to get into the pen tool here. If you've ever worked in Illustrator, it's the same, hair turn gray experience. It makes curves just like that. These are quite annoying. I hate the pen. I don't think I've ever actually met a person that's liked the pen tool. So, if you're good at the pen tool, kudos to you. I haven't met a single person who could actually tolerate the tool itself. So, let's see. Now, let me get rid of that layer. The next tool here is the text tool. You'll probably be using this a lot in Photoshop. And for some reason, text always takes a second to load, so let me get that to load. Okay, so it's loaded. Pretty easy. Just select an area like that. And what happens is in the layers palette, eventually it will appear. There you go, a new layer appears specifically for the text. So if I click on this, make the size a little, make it 72, there's some text, just like that. And you just click on the icon on the layers palette for the T, and there's your text. You can take the move tool, you can reposition it, just like that. If you want, you can add some layer style, you can add some blending options, or right onto that. So, if I take the blending options, that FX button at the bottom of the layers palette, and I want to add an inner shadow, or not inner shadow, it's black text, what am I thinking? Inner glow, outer glow. See, you can see the glow appearing. Bevel and emboss. So, pretty cool stuff. Bevel and emboss doesn't really work on black. You should probably do that with a lighter color. So, let's see. Yeah, that's it for text. There's more you can do with text, but that's just the basic for text. After that, path selection tool. I'm not going to work on that. That's not that important right now. Line tool. Actually, the line tool is where all the other regular shape tools are. You get the rectangle tool, rounded rectangle, ellipse tool, polygon tool. It's pretty basic right there. Oh crap, can't do that on my text tool or text layer. So let me choose layer 3. Select layer 3, and just draw a line. It's kind of hard to see, but there's a teal line there. And so if I do rounded rectangle, let me choose black. There you go, and now it's a black fill. See? The line tool doesn't get a fill because obviously it's a line. You can't fill a line, it just turns a line the color, but if you do the shape, the whole thing will come out the color that you chose. So, let's see. Control-Alt-Z is the step backwards, for anyone who wants to know. I'll talk about the undo stuff in a second. Right here is the notes. If you're ever working on something, time for bed, don't want to lose what you're doing, or like a thought you had, click and drag, and a note will appear. You can type whatever you want here, and you can just close it. And this note will stay here, so next time you open up your project, that note will be here with what you typed down, see, just like that, and you'll be able to remember what you had, you were thinking of the night before. So, next we got the eyedropper tool. Again, another obvious tool. Click somewhere, selects that color. So, after that, let's see. Got the hand tool. Sorry for that sound. I never used the hand tool. I don't think it's that important. So next we got the zoom tools. You got zoom up here. You got zoom plus, zoom minus. There you go. Click once for zoom plus, and then you click here up top for zoom minus. Click once. Do that. Of course, you never really have to choose the zoom tools. The quick key buttons. Okay, so that's pretty much it there for the tools that the basic tools you need to know. Just right here, these two arrows, that allows you to toggle. But instead of doing that, if you hit the X button, it allows you to toggle between colors. So that's pretty much all the main tools on the toolbar. Now, at the top here, you got your basic menu options. Standard, file save, save as, save for web and devices. That one you want to use if you ever want to put something on the internet. Let's see, you got your open, pretty basic. Edit. You got undo and step backwards here. The difference between undo and step backwards is undo you can only do once, and if you try undoing again, it just kind of goes reverse. Step backwards, you can go backwards about 20-25 times before you're not allowed to go backwards anymore. So the shortcut keys are right next to that. Control Alt Z or Alt Control Z at the same time for a PC. If you're a Mac, it should be Command Option Z, I think. I'm not entirely sure. So that's pretty cool there. Down here, you got your free transform tools. So if you want to do free transform, which is Control T or Command T, click, and it forms this this rectangle or square, whatever you want to call it, around whatever layer you have selected. And if you put your cursor right around the edge, it gives you a curved double arrow, and you can just turn your whatever is on that layer however you want. It's also good for scaling down huge images. So if you ever load anything to Photoshop that is way too big, just Control Command T and that will appear, and you can shrink it down to fit into the canvas. Let's see, we got transform, basically you have rotate 180, 90 degrees clockwise, and you got counterclockwise, flip. Let's see. Let's go to image. Image mode. You can image mode here. You can convert your image, if you select the whole image here, to black and white if you really want to. Why is my mouse all funky? Okay, click on grayscale. And you don't click flatten, because if you click flatten, that gets rid of all your layers and it condenses the file. So don't flatten. And you want to discard the colors. So you're going to discard. See, now the image is black and white. So that's how you create a black and white image. So image mode grayscale. Got an optical mouse, so it's kind of hard to not overshoot here. If you want to bring color back, you can go to RGB, don't flatten. Actually, there's a little bit more you have to do, but I'll go into that at a different time. But that brings back the ability to use color. See, if you're in grayscale, all these colors down here, where my mouse is, you wouldn't be able to use colors, it would just be gray. But now that you're back in RGB mode, you can use these colors to have some fun with the colors here. There's that. But if you go to image grayscale, don't flatten, discard, take that color, gray. It's all gray. No matter what you do, let's go to purple. It's still gray. See, that's what grayscale can do. There's a couple other modes that you can use, but we'll do them at a different time, like duotone, but that's for a different date. Adjustments. These adjustments are the same thing as this circle down here that I said I'll do at a different date because they're a whole nother ball game. So we'll just skip them. Duplicate. You could duplicate the image. Let's see what's important here. Nothing there. Layer. If you don't feel like clicking any of those icons at the bottom, you can go to new layer. You can duplicate a layer. Layer styles, which are the blending options. Let's see. Yeah. Right here again, the new adjustment layer is the same thing as that black and white circle at the bottom of the layers palette. Do that at a different date. Here's layer mask. You want to clear layer mask. We'll do vector mask at a later date. That's pretty not complicated, but not for now. let's see, select. If you want to select the whole image, select all. And if you